I am Stephanie Walters with Blue Top Marketing, and I want to thank you all for coming out to see the presentation on text message marketing for your business. And so today we're going to go over why you need text message marketing and the best uses for text message marketing for yourself. Okay? So the best thing about text messages is that they're never ignored. We know how it works. Your phone dings, buzzes, lights up, whatever, and you always want to see who sent you a text message. And that is the benefit of using text message marketing for your business because people will feel the same way when you send them out a text message about your promotions. It's relevant because 87% of Americans have mobile phones and 73% say that it's their most used technology. So if we know that, we need to harness that as far as making sure your marketing message is getting out to them. And so then when it comes to the open rates, it's 97% of the text messages are opened by recipients. So for every 100 you send, 97% of the people are opening it, and they're opening it within minutes. Whereas with email marketing, on a good day, you may get a 20 or 25% open rate. However, when it comes to text message marketing, it's going to be 97%. And then SMS is just it's not necessarily the shiny new object, but it's becoming more of a fixture, but it's the newest way for businesses to reach their customers, to really engage with their customers. And then 4 and 5 is that SMS or text message marketing is affordable and very, very easy to manage. When it comes to sending out your message, you're looking at only pennies on the dollar to get your message out to the people. And what we call it, you're getting your message out, not only out to them, but straight into their pocket to increase that open rate. A very good way to use text message marketing is appointment reminder. So if you're a physician, a salon, a dentist, chiropractor, and you want to lessen your no-show rate, which is dollars going down the drain, then text message marketing is a great way to send out those reminders. For example, if you're a physician and someone, typically you have your staff call 2 days before the appointment to remind people, or you send them a postcard, it's every 6-month type of appointment. You can now send them a text message to say, hey, your appointment's coming up. You can send it the day before, or you can send it 2 hours prior. Either way, you can send them the message, and because of the open rate, you'll know that they received it and that they know that they're supposed to come in. Again, reducing your no-show rate. And then you can build lasting relationships. So here, 33% of email addresses change on a yearly basis, but people rarely change their cell phone numbers. I mean, I've had my cell phone number for over 10 years. I'm just not into changing. I may change providers, but I'm not changing the number. But for others who are in the audience who gave me a funny look, if you're running from the law or other people, then yes, you've changed your phone number. But for our stable folks, then typically you're not changing your cell phone number. So think about the value of the phone number because it's like having your customer's IP address. Big brands are always trying to figure out what your IP address is so that they can send you marketing on the internet. This has the same impact. Text messaging has the same impact once you get that person's cell phone number. And then you can use text message marketing for coupons. If you are using paper coupons, this is a great way to reduce the cost of the paper and increase your redemption rate. Because, okay, you're sending your coupons out in the Valpak. Okay, now you have to hope that people open the Valpak and go through it, find your coupon, remember that they have it when they come into your store. Whereas with text message marketing, you send it to their phone, they're going to, if they remember in the store, they have their phone with them. For example, I always remember I have a Bed Bath & Beyond coupon when I'm in the store and I show them the coupon off of the phone and they scan it right there. So this is a great way to switch over from paper to digital. And then you can also track it. You have opt-in rates, you have open rates, you have new subscribers, you have response rates, and then conversions. So the way that you'll look at a conversion is if you use, especially if you're a retail outlet, you use the text message marketing to tell people about your sale. You include the link, the promo code, and the link. The link sends them out to your retail store. They go to the store, they purchase. You can look at your Google Analytics to see where people are coming from. It'll show that they're coming from a mobile phone, but you also have the promo code to show that they actually used the coupon. So the conversion and tracking is out of this world when it comes to text message marketing. It's just not sending, hey, how you doing? Or it's been a long time. This is all about, measuring powerful results. And then the deliverability. When it comes to text messages, you don't really have an issue of falling into the spam folder as you would with your email marketing. Because people are opting in, they already know that you're going to be sending them the information. And then because most of the big brands recognize that text message marketing is here and here to stay, they have opened up their network so that those messages will be delivered to those folks on their phones. So the bigger brands like AT&T, Verizon, Sprint, all of those folks are open and willing to have text message marketing flow through their network to their customers. And then you can use it for voting in contests, which was a question earlier. So when it comes to building your list, this is a great way to do it. If you are a restaurant and you want to try out a new menu item, you can have everybody come on in, try the new menu item, and then vote on their phone. It's real-time statistics right then and there, okay? When it comes to contests, enter into the contest, texting contest to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we'll pull the winner on September 15th or whichever day you want to pull the winner. And then because you have all of the numbers, it's very objective. You don't have names. You just pick a number out of the hat. Bam, there it is. Or the 75th entry into the contest will win XYZ. So that's how you can use text message marketing for all of them. Included in this, I'll actually go back. Included in this is surveys. So you can run a live survey. So when you're having an event, instead of having the paper, handing out the paper and the pen, gathering the paper and the pen, tallying the paper, then coming up with the statistics, you can run it through text message and you see it as it's happening. As people are participating in the survey, you can see all of the results. So then with text message marketing, it all includes a keyword and a short code. So here you'll have an example, text Jenny to this number here for a free iTunes gift card. So in this particular example, Jenny is the keyword, and the phone number is the short code. Okay? So then in the next example, text spine to this number for a free spinal alignment. Again, spine is the keyword, and the number is the short code. And so that's how you can track your list. If you're familiar with email marketing, that's exactly how it works. You create a list in your email system of general interest, presentation, attendees, blah, 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 blah. Same thing happens over on the text messaging side. So you give a keyword to all of these list people, and so that way you can control the message where it's going. Okay? Yes, okay. I see nods, but I'm like, okay, all right. So then you also want to make sure that you have a mobile greeting when you're doing your text messaging, okay? So which will raise awareness and everything, but you can also, depending on how much information you want to collect, you can do birthday cards, special announcements for your patients and customers. The sky's the limit. Basically, you can see this as email marketing to the cell phone, okay? So then, a great example is with a retail store. You have summer hours. You send out the text message to tell everybody that you have summer hours. When your summer hours are over, you can send out the text message saying we're back over to our winter hours, okay? Or you're having a sale or a special, but it's today only. you're a restaurant and you recognize that on Wednesdays between 3 and 6, that is the deadest time in your place and you need to fill the seats. So you send out a text message at 2 o'clock in the afternoon saying, 2-for-1 drink specials between 3 and 6 today, show this message to get people through the door. Another restaurant example would be when someone joins your list, you send out the message saying, thanks for joining, enjoy $2 off your next order of $10 or more in the next 48 hours. That's what we did for one of our clients. So the person had to show up in 48 hours in order to get the $2 off, but they're spending $10 with you, okay? And so then the question comes, how do you know it's within the 48 hours? Well, we all know when you see a text message, you see the time and date that the text message was received by that phone, and that's how you determine your time frame. So all of the information is there. It's just a matter of putting it to good use for your business. And then with geo-targeting, the very big brands do this. And basically, if you're already on their list, because the location service is on your phone, when you are within a block of their place, they can send you out a message saying, hey, if you come in, you'll get 10% off or 15% off, all to get you to walk into their doors. But like I said, it's the bigger brands, it's the bigger businesses that do that. And there's, think of the big retail outlets that will know that you're walking within a 4-block radius of their.
That's creepy.
It's a little creepy, yes. But, you know, I feel the need to let you know that that's out there. So, just know.
Yeah.
So the other great thing about text message marketing is that it's automated. So just like with the email marketing system, you can set it and forget it. So you get your message together, you tell the system which keyword or list in this particular case you want to send it to, the time and date, and you send it on out. So if you want something to go out every week, you tell it weekly, every week, on Tuesday at 12 o'clock noon, and tell it when to stop. If you want it to be forever, then you go to the end of the year. It's very user-friendly, but the best thing is that it's automated, so you don't have to feel like you have to sit in front of the system when you want your text message to go out. So we're going to go over some frequently asked questions about the system. And the first one is that, is text message marketing even legal? Yes, text message marketing is legal. The best way to do it is to make sure that people opt into your list. Now, there was a suit a couple years ago of a big pizza place, we won't mention their name, and they bought cell phone numbers and then start sending out text messages to those numbers. Because they were received as spam, because the folks didn't opt in, people started complaining with the FTC. So then they were sued and everything. But to get around all of that, you make sure that people manually opt into your list. And you don't just, because you know someone's cell phone number, add them to the list. Okay? Because then you can always go back and show, if someone complains that it's spam, you can always go back to that joining keyword that you created and say, this is the time and date that you opted into this list. And then it'll go away. Do I need text message marketing software? No, everything's online. So you can be anywhere in the world as long as you have an internet connection to get into your text messaging software. And even if you're in Bahrain and your text messages are going out in the US, we can make that happen because everything is on the internet. We're a global company. So yes, you could be in Bahrain. How do I not come across as spamming? One, make sure you don't send a text message every day. Okay? And two, you want to make sure that it's relevant. You just don't want to just send out stuff. And if you make a mistake on your one message, then wait and make the correction later. But you don't want to, you got to have it together. So don't send it out every day. I prefer our clients not send out more than 8 a month because you're talking about 2 a week. How much information could you possibly send out on a text message more than 2 times a week? So I prefer a limit of 8 per month. Other companies won't give you a limit. But once you start getting to that number, I'm gonna give you a call. I'm gonna be like, okay, what's really happening here? Okay. And then how frequently can I send messages? Okay, again, try not to do it more than 8 times a month. You don't that will lead to you coming off as spammy and people dropping off of your list. Yes, stalker. What else do I need to know to be successful? Well, you have to have a plan and you have to have a strategy. Okay? So you have to know what you're going to send out. Now, if it's month to month that you figure that out, then that's fine. But just know what you're doing by the time you plan to send out the message. So if you're gonna have a Halloween sale, well, everybody knows Halloween is on the same day every year. So I'm gonna need you to plan on your promotion and the marketing of that promotion prior to the day before.
Or the day of.
Or the day of. So I'm gonna, you're gonna need a plan and a strategy, and then it can work successfully. We had a client that wasn't consistent because we're all about consistency equals to consistent revenues, and he was like every once in a while he would send out a message. So then that's when he was managing the account. We took over the account, and so we started sending out the messages on a regular basis. And then he started seeing people walk through his door. And the way that he knew they were coming in from text messages because we told them you got to show your phone in order to do whatever. Or tell Brian you said hey, and he was like, oh, these people are saying hi to me. What is all this about? And so that's how you know. So again, you have to have a plan and a strategy when you're getting ready to use the software. So here's the proven formula that we have. Small businesses plus text message marketing equals an ROI that is out of this world. And we already talked about the multiple reasons why it's out of this world. And so now is the time to really get involved and to see if it works for your business. And then, give us a call and we can talk through all of the logistics to make sure that you're truly ready to do text message marketing. If you're super new, it may not necessarily work, but if you already have at least the smallest of followings, we can blow it out of the water. Okay. And at this point, do any of you have any questions? Yes.
This is a great presentation. Any questions? Go.
When you said that you can do surveys, like at an event, instead of using the paper, I mean, how exactly does that work?
So the questions are created prior to the survey, and they're multiple choice questions. They have to be multiple choice in order for the system to tally. All right, so did you like the location of the event? A for yes, B for no. How was if it was one speaker, how would you rate the speaker? Poor, fair, good, excellent. Those kind of questions. So whatever questions you typically have on your survey, we will convert them over. And then we can even add where the very last question is random comments. And so then you can still gather that information as well. And so as people are answering the questions, one, you're getting them on your list because they have to opt in order to do the survey. So now they're on your list. And then on the other piece is that while they're answering the questions, we can look at the laptop real time and see, oh, no one liked this chick. We don't need this speaker next year, or people didn't like the location. People didn't like the location, and in the comments they didn't like it because they had to pay $40 for parking. Yeah. So you can gather all of that information right then and there instead of waiting a week or two after the event to do your debriefing.
I'm challenged with how does the survey come to the phone? They text Stephanie, text 5 after 5 to Stephanie. Then Stephanie responds back with the survey?
Yes. So, and it's all automated. So Stephanie is not literally sitting at the laptop, sitting using
right.
So they opt in for the survey. So survey to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It'll come back saying, thank you for wanting to participate in the survey. It will start in less than 5 minutes. And then within 5 minutes, the very first question hits their phone.
Oh, that's cool.
And then the person will respond A, B, C, or D. And when they do that, the system will send the next question.
Oh.
And they respond, and then it just flows on down from there.
Quit playing.
Yes.
Is all this part of my package?
Yes, it is.
I gotta think of, okay, this is really cool.
It is cool. And then, so after the event, so it's a good idea after event to maybe have like some table tents or something stating what that actual word is.
Yes.
For them to text so that they can be doing it during the event. So then
Yes,
at the end, they can
absolutely.
start the survey at the end.
Or does it not work like that? Does it work where after you text, because you said the 5-minute thing, so if, let's say, I'm gonna take Wednesday now, for example, Disney, not throwing that out. If I have a little table thingamabobbers or whatever on the table, and it says text, I don't know, I love Mon Squad to whatever, but they do it before the show is over.
It can work because we put a time limit on how active the survey is going to be. So we can say if your event is in the evening and it's over at like 9:30 at night,
That's spooky. It can
we
start.
can say we're going to start it at 9, which is a half an hour before the end of the event, and we would have it live until midnight. So even if you get them to start it while they're still in the building with you, they can finish it on their way home or at home. The system will wait for their response. And if they respond, then they'll send them through all of the questions. And then the survey will end at midnight in this particular case.
That's pretty funky.
And then in regards to so do you get a report or something afterwards?
Yes, so on the back side, in our particular system, on the back side, there's an administration page, and in there you'll get the report of all of your keywords. So whether it's your joining keyword or the survey keyword, but especially the survey keyword, it'll tell you the type of phone that they have, their location, and then the results of each question. So 15 people said that they liked the speaker, 2 people said that they didn't.
What about, when you keep talking about location, birthdays and things like that, so is there data capturing through text for them to send in when their birthday is, or we just have to know that and enter it on the back end?
No, we can set it up where you can do a data capture for both birthdays and email addresses.
What? I can get email?
So when it comes to that kind of data, it'll link up to the cell phone number. It comes down to basically a spreadsheet.
Right.
Okay. And so then you clump up all of the January birthdays and you just send it out once. Because that's typically what businesses do when they do a birthday thing. They send it out one time. You know, the bigger businesses will do it on your birthday, but the medium-sized businesses and the smaller businesses will just do one big blast, all of the January people. You know?
That's true.
And so then that's how you can do it as well. So you gather their information, it comes down on a spreadsheet, and then you lump them. January, February, March, April, May, blah, 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 blah. And then you set the system to send out happy birthday to this list. And it's yearly. Happy birthday to this list. And it's yearly, literally, because then throughout the year you'll be added to the list. And by the time the next time it needs to go out, it'll already be there. Again, set it and forget it.
Very cool.
Any other questions? No?
How soon do you get your results back after the survey ended?
Typically on a business day. So if your event is on a Saturday, then you'll have your results on Monday. If we work on site with you during the survey, just to give you some technical support, we can give you preliminary results while we're there before we leave. Otherwise, it's the next business day because we want to wait until the survey time ends to give everybody all of the time, and then we'll tabulate the final results. We'll put it in a PDF, and then you can do as you want.
Are the coupons pretty coupons, or is it just words?
It's both. You have 2 versions. So you can create it where it's just words, and you give them the promo code, and then they walk in or link out to your website. Or you can make it the pretty version, so it's the paper version on their phone. They click the link, they see the pretty version, and that's what they show at the store.
Right.
And then you hit the button redeemed so that they can't come back. But if they hit the button redeem, they're out of luck.
Right, because the system won't send another one.
Right. Because we can't tell if you hit it or they hit it.
Gotcha.
So there's two versions, depending on your industry and the best way to do it.
Okay. Very cool.
Okay, so before we end, I want to hand everyone a little flyer. There we go. That includes our packages. If you don't already have a text service and you're in the market for one, definitely give us a consideration. So here is all of, everything in a nutshell. So as you can see here, it's mobile coupons, loyalty, text to win, text to screen. Text to screen is something we did not talk about. And that basically means that if you're at an event and you want people to comment on the fun that they're having like they do on Facebook, but you want them to do it at the event. So you have a keyword for that. They'll send the message to the keyword. And so then you have a moderator to make sure that they're clean, and then you can send it up to a screen. So a screen just like this, you can have it at the event. And yes, it's included in your package.
Wow.
So then the reporting, like we talked about, the surveys, the trivia, autoresponders, that's basically the entire system when you with it automated. Appointment reminders, blasting to databases, QR codes. Part of all of our packages come with QR codes, so if you are in need of a QR code, we can create one on the back side of your system, and we can have it point anywhere. It doesn't have to point to your text system. It can point to your Facebook page, your website, wherever you want it to point. As long as it's legal, I don't care where it points. We have backup short codes, so technology is technology. Nothing is fail-proof. We're at 99.9% for our system. However, we had attacks on the system probably about a month ago. And so we switched everybody over to a backup code to make sure all of their text messages still went out. And then once everything was fine, we switched them back. Everything happens on our side. We'll let you know when it happens, but we take care of all of that maintenance for you. And then from there, we can manage the account for you, or you can manage your own account. It's really up to you. Typically, we will manage the account in the beginning, and then we'll train you. And yes, I keep looking at you.
I'm about to get cut off. I feel like I'm about to get cut off.
But with some of our clients, we just recognize that we need to manage the account. So we will continue to manage your account for you. But that doesn't mean that we will create everything from scratch. Okay, that means that you need to provide us the information, and then we will cut it down. Yes.
I have a question for you in regards to the text messaging.
Yes.
So if I send you something that has a bunch of errors in it, will you correct it for me, or do you just send it out with the errors?
Typically, people will just send it out, just how you send it. Because it's our name on text messaging, we will clean it up. So if you misspell something or you're trying to switch it to text language and you don't necessarily know text language, we will make it the correct text language for you. And then just another note, all of the links that we include, we shorten them. So you may have a really pretty link. No, it's not going to work in the text system. We're going to have to shorten it down a bit to make sure that we can get all the characters in. But yeah, we'll manage the account for you if you choose to, and that's included in your service too. Now, if you want us to create your strategy and all your posts and texts and all that good stuff, then that's an additional service. But if you send us the information, then we can take care of it for you.
Oh.
Yes.
So, okay, so say if I have a message and I want it to go out, text message, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, yada, yada, yada. You can do that?
Yes, technically for additional fee. So we can, as long as we have access to your accounts, make us an admin on everything that you want to send out, and then we can take care of that for you. So that it's all hitting at the same time.
And the verbiage is right.
And the verbiage is right. And go ahead.
How important is text messaging? So if I was a client and I can only choose one thing, right? My budget only says I can only afford this, whatever it is, what would you pick, text messaging or social media?
It depends on the client. If it's a restaurant, I would go with text messaging.
Okay, even though I'm only talking to them 8 times a month? Or do you always recommend that they need to be both?
It would be better if it was both.
Okay,
Because you will have some people that don't know how to text, like my parents don't know how to text. So even though they're part of your target market, and they're the people you want to come through your door, text messaging is not gonna work for them. You can send them the message.
but they're not opening it, they're not anything, they're gonna be, okay.
So you gotta know, it depends on who your business is, and you gotta know your audience. So if 80% of the people who are spending money with you are receptive to text message, then that's who you need to go with. But again, you have to pay attention to the percentage. 80% of the people who are spending money with you, not 80% of your target market. It has to be 80% of who's spending money with you.
Gotcha.
Okay?
Cool.
So, just to go over the next page, we actually have a text messaging marketing summit coming up in October. So anybody that already has a text messaging package, whether it's with us or any other company, we're actually going to show you and train you and provide you all of the success strategies that have worked with our clients. So over a 6-week period, we're going to get together virtually. So you can be anywhere in the world. If you don't want to be in Bahrain, you can be in the Caribbean. And every week we're going to go over a different strategy as far as how to get your text messaging up and running. So if you look at the back of the second page, you'll see that for each week we're going to talk about what is text message marketing and how does it work for your business, setting up your lists so that you creatively segment your populations, and how to build those lists of raving fans. And I just put raving fans, but really it should be raving and responsive fans. Because you can get anybody on the list, but you need people who are going to respond to what you're sending out. And then we'll go into creating your campaign calendar for the rest of the year, because we're going into the holiday season, so you really need to be ready and use that to the utmost to bring in more dollars for your business. Then marketing your text club to non-customers. So if you have a restaurant or retail, the people coming through your door, 90% of them are already customers of yours. They're returning. Well, now you need to start how to market to those non-customers, people who haven't even been to your place, haven't even heard about you, how to get them to come in. And then we'll launch your first campaign, which you'll do on your own. So after all of this, we have your calendar ready, and then we're going to launch your first campaign the 5th week of the program. And then the 6th week, we're going to show you how to look at the results and how to tweak. Because the great thing about text message marketing is that if something doesn't work, you can change it immediately. You don't have to wait 6 months. If the campaign didn't work on this day, we got to look at why it didn't work, and then tweak where we need to tweak so that the next time we send it out, we're ready to go. So if you have a Halloween promotion, it doesn't work, we got to get it tweaked before Thanksgiving comes around. If you have a Thanksgiving promotion, we got to get it tweaked before Christmas rolls around, and so on. And so that's our summit that's happening in October. So definitely look it over. Sign up today, or give us a call and sign up in the next few days. We are only allowing up to 20 people into the summit, so the seats are limited so that we can give you all of the attention that is necessary to give you all of the information. So are there any other questions from the presentation?
No, this was fabulous.
Great. Well, I want to thank you. Again, I'm Stephanie Walters with BlueTopMarketing.com. And definitely join the community. Head over to our website and see our blog posts. We have videos. We stream on Ustream. We have stuff on YouTube. We're definitely on Facebook and Twitter, giving out free advice and everything. So definitely check out our website and see what we're all about. And until next time, thank you very much.